welcome back to my channel. You know that fall is here, so you want to start making fall desserts, fall soups, fall casseroles, just fall, and then you just eat everything else that you can think of and say that it's fall. Anyway, so I hope everyone is having a great day. It's Friday. Yes, and it is 2, so I'm gonna give you an easy recipe, delicious easy recipe for Italian cream cake. Homemade, super easy, moist and delicious. Let's get started. So first off, I'm going to show you the ingredients before I start mixing everything up. My hands, this is not ash, it's flour. Okay, so right here, for this Italian cream cake, you will need, it will seem like you'll need a bunch of things, but honestly you don't. It's very, very easy, and most of the time, all these things you already have in your pantry, in your refrigerator. So that's why I thought that this would be a great dessert to make, because most of the time you have these items in your pantry anyway. Okay, so right here for this cake, to go inside the cake, you'll need 2 cups of sugar. You'll do 1.5 cup of granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. If you want to, I have done this before with a bunch of different desserts. If you want to just use brown sugar, by all means use brown sugar. Then you're going to do 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I like my cake to be a bit moist. Even though this recipe is calling for butter, I still like for it to be a bit more, just to melt in your mouth. So I'm doing 2 cups of cake flour, and then you're going to need a 14-ounce pack of sweetened coconut divided. So I just dumped it out of my bag because of course I had this coconut already in my pantry, so I just took it out the bag and did it like this. So whatever I don't have to use, it can go back in a Ziploc bag for the next recipe. You're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, a cup of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. You're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda. You're going to need about 1.5 cups of whatever type nut you want. I got pecans, but you can use walnuts if you want. You can use almonds if you want. Typically, Italian cream is with pecans, so, or pecans, whatever way you say them. Pecans, pecans. That's what you'll need. And for the icing, you'll need 5 eggs. My eggs are over there. I'm doing a quick, my eggs were not, and they're ready now. But a little tip, if you ever have to make a cake and you decided to make that cake literally just now, and you didn't take it out the morning of, go ahead and get you some warm water. Set your eggs in there and let them come to room temperature in about 10 minutes or less. I promise you, you'll never know the difference. And they will come out and you'll know their room temperature, and that cake will still be moist. I got my KitchenAid mixer out. For the icing, you will need a cup of butter and 2 sticks of softened cream cheese. And that was another thing. Went to the store and bought the cream cheese the other day. And so I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and pop this in the microwave for 30 seconds to soften it, and it's softened. You don't want to soften it too much because it'll start to melt. So you'll need a cup of butter, and that's unsalted butter, and you'll need 2 blocks of cream cheese, and you'll need a 2-pound bag of powdered sugar, and then you're going to use, of course, in the icing, coconut, the remaining coconut, and the remaining of the nuts. And you'll do 2 teaspoons of vanilla into the icing, and a 1/2 teaspoon, of course, of the almond. Or if you don't want to use almond, then of course you can just use vanilla. But inside the cake, in order for it to taste like Italian cream, it has to have those 2 flavorings. So those are the ingredients for this dish. Sorry guys. I had my butter. I was looking like, where's my butter at? My butter, my hand looks, that flour looks so bad on there. It makes me just look so ashy. I'm sorry. You'll need a cup of unsalted softened butter. So it was in the microwave because I did that quick defrost as well, about 20 seconds. and it is completely soft. You don't want to make it, you don't want it to be still too firm because it'll cause all of your ingredients to be cold and it will not turn out right and it will not bake right and it will not cream right. Trust me, I know. And you don't want it to be too soft because it doesn't need to be melted. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and cream my butter and my sugar. Together. You're going to do this about 3 to 4 minutes. Cream it to a pale color. And I'm gonna get my eggs. And once that's a pale color, I'm gonna add in an egg one at a time. Now this will be a bit thicker versus just white sugar because brown sugar has molasses in it, so it's going to tend to make it feel thick. But once you start adding your eggs, it'll thin out. I like my cakes to be even. This looks like it's got a little bit more in it. Okay, 325 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. We'll get it cleaned up in here and then we're going to start on the icing. Okay, so I've cleaned everything up and we're going to start on the icing while the cake is baking. I showed you earlier, cup of butter and 2 sticks of softened cream cheese. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons and a half a teaspoon of almond. And then you can limit the sugar if you want to, but if you don't want it too sweet, it won't be too sweet with the cream cheese and the butter. But if you want to limit the sugar, you can. But you'll need a 2-pound bag of sugar. And so I'm gonna what I like to do is I just like to throw it all in there at one time. I make so many different icings anyway, so I'm used to just putting it all in there. Because it's softened and it's gonna cream and one thing I gotta get, Michaela, can you get me that heavy cream? I'm gonna add just a little bit of heavy cream and we'll add the nuts. Maybe I should have rethought it. Oh, got cream cheese. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of heavy cream. And I'm gonna turn it on slow. Tester, you want to taste, Michaela?
Yes.
My favorite little spoon.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. That's so good. Mmm. It's so good. Okay. So, like I said, we'll use the remaining of the nuts and some of the coconut once we icing the cake. And we'll just set this to the side.
Mama.
The cake is cooking, and when it cools, you need to let it cool for about an hour before trying to frost it. Yes.
Mama.
You want to try some icing, Cashy? Want some icing? Mm-hmm. Huh? You want to try some icing? I'm going to get some mopping done. I mopped on Monday and it's Friday and I need to mop again. No, I mopped Monday and I mopped Wednesday and I'm going to mop today. Yes. I'm going to let Miss Michaela have that and eat that up. And I'm going to sit our icing to the side, clean up and mop. And we'll be back once it's time to icing. Guys, so let the cakes cool, like I said, for an hour. And I've been making dinner. And this is it. No, I am not like a professional cake decorator. But when I tell you this cake icing is so good. And the cake was so moist. And it turned out so good. So this is it. And I'm going to cut in it and show you, of course, how it looks. But this is the Italian cream cake. Yes, so delicious. We're going to pair it with a salad. Okay, guys, so that was easy and delicious. I hope that you try this recipe. You can put it on your holiday table as a staple in your family because we've got Thanksgiving coming up, we've got Christmas, we've got New Year's, we've got holidays back to back to back, and this is a perfect dessert that everyone will love. That's what I think. But I hope you guys have a great day and hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed, like and share, and the notification bell to know exactly when my videos will come out, and I will see you guys next video. Can you say bye? Bye.